Welcome to the ultimate backstage pass, the pulsating heart of the high school sports universe. Get ready to rock with the gang from the Corner to Corner podcast as they take their sports obsessions to new heights. Meet the dream team, Sean Kuiper, Adam Muncy, Wes Crouch, and Daron Stevens, as they unpack the secrets, emotions, and triumphs that light up our local sports heroes. Whether you're gearing up for a game or unleashing cheers from the stands, get ready for an exclusive scoop that'll knock your socks off. It's showtime!
Hey everybody, welcome into another episode of From Corner2Corner Coaches Corner, episode 345. Just 5 more weeks and we'll be at that magical 350. Almost there, right? If you have not followed us on our socials yet, make sure you do that. Facebook, Twitter, X, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok.
You just said Facebook, Twitter, and X.
Yeah, I know. I'm not
Twitter and X is the same thing.
I know. I was hoping nobody cared.
Adam, it's the intro. He can't help it.
He can't help it. I mean, I missed one show, and he thinks he just takes it back over.
Anyways, let's take a moment to thank all of our sponsors who we're honored to be working with. Community Trust Bank, Incubative Designs, CRC Roofing and Renovations, Kentucky Realty Group, Jacobs Auto Body, Simply Secure, Brent Wehunt Kentucky Farm Bureau in Frenchburg, Jacobs Vision Center, and Kaufman's Funeral Home and Mortuary. Tonight we have with us Menifee track and field coach Loren Parks, along with players Aiden Manley, Carter Wells, Payton Burgess, and Aubrey Golden. We've got at the table with us Carter and Payton. We'll swap them up here in a little bit. But welcome. Thanks everybody for tuning in.
Live in front of a studio audience tonight.
Absolutely, yeah. We could pan it over. You can show all.
Do we have a studio? Is this the first time we've got a studio audience?
No.
I mean, we had some not too long ago, but they just kind of sat quietly.
Yeah, we didn't get any clapping.
They're interactive. Yeah, right.
Yeah. Menifee always travels well, though. You know, they're like UK. You know, they travel well.
The bad thing is we had the same studio audience in the old studio, and they were all sitting on top of my desk.
It was a little crammed.
They actually have their own little spot now. So, well, Coach, state is upon us.
Yes, on Thursday.
And you told us right before the show you're taking 10 players to state, the most that you can recall Menifee ever doing.
Yes, we are taking 10 of them. Some of them are doing multiple events. So that's awesome. But as far as I know, I graduated in 2007, and after me, and while I was there for 4 years, we never took 10 people to state. So this is the first that I know about. Now, years ago, there could have been, I don't know. But as far as I know, this is the most we have taken at one time.
Sean, your voice got really girly right there. I was looking at, there we go. I was looking at the camera the whole time, and it was like, there was a girl voice coming out, and I didn't even see your lips moving.
I'm like ventriloquism, you know? I'm good like that.
That's because Wes is passing me notes. Distracting me.
What?
I thought you were getting ready to ask a question.
No, I'm just getting comfortable.
Okay. All right. So we've got Payton and Carter here. We've already established that Carter's a pity trip. I mean, what's up with that?
This is true. Unfortunately, I'm not that athletic, but it's okay. I'm there for fun.
Yeah.
I do really good in all my events, state level, but I don't try to flex on people all the time, so I, reel it in a little and let them win sometimes. That's what happened at regionals, if anyone's curious. So.
I mean, I get it. Sometimes you're just so good that you don't want to put others down.
Yeah.
So support for your teammates.
That's exactly what it is. Exactly what it is.
Just gonna let you guys shine. Right?
That's exactly what's
you
happening.
Didn't need 11 people going to state. Right?
Yup. 100%.
We only have room for 10, so
Yeah, I get that.
he
took one for the team.
Yeah, I took one for the team there.
So they're putting the mascot on you.
Yeah.
So you to travel that way.
Yup. That's what I'm doing.
All right.
And I mean, let's not forget the fact he's already won up to everybody in Frenchburg saying he's going to Yale.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not saying is
Is going to Yale.
Oh, Yale. I thought it was y'all.
Oh, it is. No, everyone's confused. It's actually y'all university.
I thought it was.
Yeah.
You weren't there, but
Yeah.
there was someone he got a scholarship from, gave him a shirt with y'all on it. That was fun.
Y'all.
You had to be there.
Yeah.
So, but anyways, so let's talk about that for a second. From what I was told, you pretty much had your pick of any of the Ivy League schools. So,
Well,
how did that go?
UPenn rejected me, so never forgiving them for that.
Losers.
So
Bunch of idiots.
not my entire pick, but yeah, I mean,
Nothing good in the state of Pennsylvania.
absolutely not. No, not one little bit. But 6 other ones, yeah. So I applied just randomly. I was just like, yeah, I could throw in an application and see what happens. I'm not going to get in or anything. But then I opened it in like early April, and I was like, oh. Well, someone made a mistake because I got accepted in all these. Somebody hit the wrong button. But yeah, I mean,
Isn't that why you joined our track team, Carter?
No, yeah, it was. I joined the track team purely because I wanted to be a track star at Yale, so that was my pathway up there. Unfortunately, I skipped the actual winning part of the high school portion, but I'll get there. I will.
Just work on it.
Mm-hmm.
You said you don't have to move until August, so you got 2 months
Yeah,
to work.
I got
on
2
your
months.
conditioning.
That's exactly what I'm doing.
No, I get it. So why Yale? I mean, obviously, these are like the elite schools.
Mm-hmm.
What was it about them that you liked different than the others?
Well, I felt like they had a really good social environment. I felt like the people there were really nice and inviting, and they weren't very competitive. Like with a lot of other schools, they're super competitive all the time, and there's like so much tension between each students. But I felt like at Yale there really wasn't that. And also,
I don't get it either. You're not very personable.
and also the like research and stuff there. There was a lot more opportunity for research there as compared to other schools. Whenever you're like an undergraduate, so that was important to me.
Nice. I get that. All right.
So what are you going to major in? Sean won't ask, I will.
Environmental studies is the current plan. So.
What can you do with that?
I want to be a professor in it. I want to do research and be a professor. So that's the plan.
At Yale?
Mm-hmm. If I can get hired. And then on the side, be a track coach or star.
Look for him in the Olympics.
Yeah.
Right.
Just watch out.
All the way back to the roots. Menifee County track.
Yeah, that's right.
So what's going to happen.
We did make it on your resume, though, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you did.
That's what I thought.
So, just saying.
So with an Ivy League school, like stuff like track, does that look good on a resume or?
The point is to have like a well-rounded application. So like track was just as important to me as like academics, and the same as like future business leaders of America, stuff like that. The point is to have like a bunch of different things to show that you're like a well-rounded person and you like multiple interests and stuff. So.
How about that, Sean?
Pretty impressive.
Well, speaking of well-rounded, we also have Payton Burgess that plays basketball, track.
You're using the word play very loosely.
Look,
What else do you
she
do?
already has one target on her back, Adam. We don't need okay?
Is that the only 2 things you do?
She does
I do cross country.
Cross
Yeah,
country, that's right.
Remember last time she was on the show, she said she accidentally went to state in cross country.
Yeah, I did.
Shut about that.
She did not want to go.
I didn't want to go, and it was my goal, like, to not make it there. And somehow, I mean, I guess I'm just so athletic, It was hard.
Well-rounded.
I'm so well-rounded. It was just hard.
What really happened is in the course, I could see everything she was doing, so she couldn't walk because I was looking at her walking.
Yeah, so during cross country, it's like when you can't be seen by anybody, then you walk. But then when you're in front of like this big line of people, then you have to run. So at regionals, I had no choice but to run because I wasn't hidden anywhere.
That didn't stop me at all at region. Not one bit.
He's on our
Swear
cross
to God.
country team too.
Yeah,
Yeah, he does cross
100%.
country.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but he's already established that he has to stop and throw up every so often.
Yeah.
So, that's why it
Yeah.
takes him a little longer.
Yeah. So.
Peyton, you've got one more year left of this. Just let me give you a tip. Pretend the shoe's untied.
See, I can't really do that because I feel like
She got too much competition.
She
Yeah.
likes to win. She
I
hates
like
it,
to win,
she likes
but
to
like
win.
I also in cross country I don't really care that much. So it's more of like me not embarrassing myself because it's embarrassing if you walk in front
Wait a
of
minute. In
people.
cross country, once you get going, you don't want to start. And then you get about a half mile into it and you see somebody
And you're
pass
dying.
you and you're going, this isn't good enough. I want to win, so I'm just going to have to just kick it into gear and do what I do.
Yeah, until we're both walking, and then it's fine. And then, like, when we start running again, then it's like, let me just run fast enough to
cross country kids we've had on here, nobody's ever said anything about walking before.
It's 3 miles. At some point, you gotta stop and take a walk. You can't run that whole 3 miles.
Enjoy the scenery.
You can't do that.
Well, you did it, region.
I didn't.
You had to.
I couldn't see the hill.
And I did not run one time on that hill.
And you still made the state.
And during state, it was really bad because I was dying the entire time because I actually couldn't walk. So.
That's hilarious.
So in track, what are you going to state in?
High jump, triple jump, and 300-meter hurdles.
So you talk high jump. You set a school record, 5'4", right?
Woo, yeah.
Yep. You can clap for yourself, Payton.
She said it 2 times this year.
Yeah, I broke.
The first one was 5'3", right?
Yeah.
And then you went 5'4".
Yeah.
So for those watching right now, all 30 of you looking at Wes's phone right now, we're going to have Sean stand on the table right now, and Peyton's going to attempt to jump him. Let's go, Sean.
After state. Can we do this after state?
Yeah, I get it.
All right. Don't want to show the competition what she's got. I get it.
Good call, Coach.
Yeah.
Now, in
I
all
need her
fairness,
healthy.
Adam, if Sean stands on the table, that does make him like 5'5", 5'5", 5.5".
I'm 5'8", thank you. The doctor said that a couple weeks ago.
Did you go all out on the 5'4"? Because there's one video, I think it was the 5'3", where I hear somebody yell, "Stop thinking about it and just go."
Well, I wasn't really expecting.
Probably sitting right over there.
Well, we were supposed to have Skylar on here, and Skylar, he's like a little brother, like a little high jump brother. And I was really trying to like coach him all season, and then the meet that I got 5'4", I cleared 5'2", and he was like, "Can you just go ahead and scratch? Like, I'm ready to high jump." And I was like, "Yeah, let me try that." So I just went on up to 5'4", and then I cleared it. And he got even more mad, and I was like, "I'm sorry, I tried not to," and then it just happened anyways.
That sounds almost like that accidentally going to state story.
Sounds.
I mean,
I hope she
imagine
accidentally
what she will
wins.
do if she ever tries.
I know. I'm hoping she accidentally wins Thursday.
So that's
I'm going to accidentally jump 5'6".
that's the school record. What is the region record?
I'm not sure, actually. I know the state record is 5'10" and a quarter, so that's what I'm going for Thursday.
Okay. All right.
It's a big jump, but
If you
who knows?
try, you might be able to get
I
there.
mean,
We're
I'll
only
have to-
talking about this much further.
Yeah.
I mean, 6 more inches. We're talking about that's.
That's the
I think
8
that's-
inches looking 6 inches I've ever seen in my life.
I think that's
No, that's about 6.
that's about 6. I think we can clear that.
Yeah. And a quarter. So,
I mean,
Like an actual.
yeah.
give or take.
So if you do clear that, then you are coming back next week to jump over Sean because I want to see that.
Yeah.
Oh, that, yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Not you don't have to stand on the table. You can stand on the floor. She'll just jump over you.
She's going to hit that ceiling trying to do it.
So now you said he said, "Can you please scratch?" So once you make a jump and clear it, let's just say how many turns do you have? 3. Okay, so let's just say you go 5'1", 5'2", and then you say, "I'm just going to go for the school record of 5'4". Even if you scratch or not make the jump, you still are counted at the 5'2". Is that correct? Okay, so that still counts. So if you go up and scratch, then it doesn't like
Yeah, it
disqualify
doesn't-
you or anything.
Yeah.
Okay.
Would you have won at 5'2"?
Oh, all year I just jump against myself, basically. Like at region, every girl like
She
wins-
doesn't even try.
Well, it's not like that. It's just like I don't know. At all the meets, usually the girls go out at 4.6 or 4.8, and then I'm there jumping by myself. Like
So you don't stop once you get to 4'10", be like, all right, I've beat you all.
no, I like to keep going up just to see what I can get.
So
She
did
likes
you
to
sit?
beat them and then make them watch her win. Just let them sit there and watch.
So did you sit the 5'4" at region?
No, it was the meet after region.
Gotcha.
So a region only cleared 5 foot. And then the next meet, like 3 days later, I cleared 5'4".
Gotcha.
So how did you have another meet after region?
So normally that's not allowed. But there was some.
Menifee's breaking the rules. You
No,
heard it. You heard it.
Nope, I got an email from Sarah. So we had our region super early. It was
Like
May
3
10th.
weeks.
And
before
so
state.
states
dang.
just now this week. So where it was so early, they allowed our region to be in another meet. So we went to Morgan County because we were already scheduled to go there because we never expected our region to be so early. So they did allow us to go there. So I felt better. I knew I was allowed to do it, but when I started seeing other teams from our region, it was like, oh, okay. I'm not the only one here because they said we could do it, which is really weird. That's never happened before that I've ever known of. So we were allowed to do that. And it did pay off for some of the athletes like Payton. Some of the other athletes struggled with it. They did not perform as good as they did at region. So I kind of have mixed feelings about it. But
Thank goodness region's what counted, right?
yep, that's what I said. I was like, maybe we should be happy it was so early. But I mean, it ended our season 3 weeks early.
Yeah.
Right.
Wow. Well, let's talk to you for a minute. So how long have you been coaching Menifee track and field and cross country?
So this is my 4th year.
I know you said that you ran in high school for
I
Menifee.
did. I ran track and cross country.
You picked up on the same thing I did.
What?
No, I was talking to Peyton across the table.
What?
Nothing. Sorry. My outburst was uncalled for. Keep going.
Your lack of professionalism
Ah.
exudes you. You know that?
Well, I mean, it is what it is.
So what brought you into doing this?
I had a daughter that ran a couple years ago. She graduated in 2023. So I came on as assistant coach. They had asked me to come on and be the assistant coach. I'm like, yeah, that's fine. And then it just ended up me being here. And my mom actually coached me when I was running. And then my 2 coaches actually help me now. So I call them the old ladies because they're older. they're 67, 68, and they come to everything that we do, and actually are very helpful. So it's
Peyton,
nice
did
to
they
have.
show you how to do the high jump?
Yeah, one of the coaches is actually my high jump
Yeah,
coach.
so she's
And that's
actually
like,
a high jump coach.
that's mostly what she teaches, but it's only me, basically. But she's precious. I love her.
So
She actually cried when I cleared 5'4", if that tells you anything. She's precious.
she has the woman she's talking about only has boys, so
Okay.
she doesn't have any
Yeah.
daughters. So
Well, let's not just say she. Who are these people?
Susan Johnson is her name. And
Yeah.
she's a precious woman. And if you ever see her out, you better give her a big hug. Or just thank her for everything because she deserves everything in the world.
And the other one obviously is your mother.
yes, and her name is Elizabeth Hill. We also have a throwing coach. There's 4 of us.
Okay.
So there's 3 women and a male. He's our throwing coach. So of course he's
And
a throwing coach.
male.
I about said male, man. I'm like, I don't know what to say. Whatever. Anyways, he's our throwing coach. So there's 4 of us and I'm glad because now that we have our new track, to brag on.
How
it.
is the new track?
It's pretty awesome.
How many events did you host there?
We had
Events.
3 or 4, didn't we?
Meets? Events? Ain't it all the same?
We had a lot of events, 3 or 4 meets.
See?
Because we have an elementary team now. First time ever.
That the real star in that family is a part of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
We're talking about Haley, not you.
Yeah.
Haley does really good, actually.
She does. We have over 60 athletes on our team. So
On the full team.
on the full team, yeah, with elementary, middle, and high.
And how many do you have through elementary? About half?
38, 40.
Wow. I mean, I can totally get that. I mean, when you build a facility like Menifee County did, that's nice, that's new, why not?
Yeah.
Come out and do something.
It's been a lot of fun. It's been a lot of chaos at times, but
So instead
been a
of
lot of
having to
fun.
drive to Prestonsburg, Hazard?
we went to Prestonsburg this year.
They
So
went
instead
to
of having to
Prestonsburg
go
last
to Prestons, you're right about that. Sorry
You
about that.
confused them.
I'm sorry.
You confused them.
I did. That was my fault. So when are they talking about having a region at Menifee County?
It's possible for this upcoming year, maybe.
Yeah.
We'll see. I'm going to get with the athletic directors and superintendents and see if that's something we can do. We would love to do it. It's just something new that our county's never got to experience. You know, we've never hosted a meet until this year, so
Right.
it was something new for everybody. And I think that hopefully it'd be nice for Payton in senior year to have it there. So.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
But we'll need a lot of help, so you guys can come help if you'd like.
She might even try.
She might even try that day. Yeah.
So
but it takes a lot of people.
Coach, talk about, I mean, those two sitting right there, they're extremely humble. They hate to brag on themselves. But what have those two meant to your program?
Well, Carter is so fun to be around. He is. Let me just tell you about
there,
Carter.
you know, he's there.
Okay.
So fun to be around. She basically gave you a participation trophy.
I'll take
Carter's
that.
first year, when he was a sophomore, he came to practice, ran a lap, threw up, and I never seen him again.
Actually, after I got done with that, there was somebody else that went to that practice that said,
Payton Clemens.
no, it wasn't Payton Clemens. It was someone else. And they said, this practice was really hard, like I'm dying. And afterwards, I posted on my story, I said, any of y'all who said you dying from that, you're wimps. Like, I had no problem with that whatsoever. I was just straight lying. And then I never went back.
And let me remind you that our track then was just 200 meters. It was just
Right.
half a track. So, but yeah, so he never came back. And the next year, I don't even know that I seen him out or anything. And the next year, he came to practice. I'm like, hey, Carter. He's like, I'm gonna run this year. I'm like, okay. And
Run is
so
an overstatement.
he
I'm gonna
basically-
lightly jog this
Basically,
year.
we had an agreement. Like his practice was whatever he wanted to do that day. Like if you want to do hurdles, you do hurdles. Like you just do your thing and you work hard, and it's gonna be fine. So, but no, he's really improved. Honestly, he has, and it's been a blast with him and Payton. So I don't really like any of them to leave me because they've been with me the whole time. But they're awesome. They're awesome kids. They're awesome athletes, especially to my younger ones. You know, they really look up to them, and they want to be around her. I actually have one that's at a ball practice right now who thinks Payton's going to be there. So she's.
Loren lied to her.
I did, and it was my own child. I didn't mean to lie, but I thought she was going to be there, and she goes, "I'm going to be with you," and I said, "Oh yeah, I forgot." So,
And then she never told her daughter, so now I'm gonna get yelled at.
yeah, so she's going to have to pay for that, but you know, it's fine.
But-
Lauren will have to. She'll have to tell her own child, "I'm sorry, I forgot she was going with me."
Yeah, forgot.
She'll cover for it.
And then she'll be mad, like, you were with Payton and I didn't get to see her.
Payton, I mean, Coach mentions it a little bit right there. You actually have a skills clinic that you put on for youth in basketball, and you work with the youth. What's that like to be the star of Frenchburg and still making sure the next generation coming up is going to be better off than you were?
It's awesome. I call them my babies. I love all my little babies, and this year a lot of them came out for track. So then, of course, they come to practice, and I remember this year, it was my first time doing long jump this year. And there's this little boy, he's, kindergarten, Owen?
Yeah, kindergarten.
Owen Trusty in kindergarten, and I did a long jump, and it was terrible. It was the worst long jump I've ever done in my life.
She's telling the truth.
And I was like mad about it, and then I walked back up to do another one, and Owen's like, P, you have to teach me how to jump. Like, you jump so far, and that's just awesome. Like, you have to teach me. And I was like, wait, that actually was a good jump. And then I had to remind myself, no, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. But I care a lot about the younger generation. I feel like we lost a lot of love in, like, basketball and track and stuff like that over the last couple of years. So I'm just trying to build that up. And, the team we had last year for basketball stayed together, like, the entire time through elementary, and that builds a strong bond, and it makes a really good team. So just keeping all those kids together and keeping them interested is really what, I'm
So
trying to do.
we just found the track team saying #build the love.
Build the love.
Yeah, I like it. Well,
I could
Time
tell
out,
you.
time
I could
out.
tell you
Oh,
really
Sean.
like that. I could tell you really like that. Your emotions really stood out on that.
yeah. Love it.
Did you forget we have a signing today?
A signing?
We're supposed to have a signing today.
I didn't know about any signing. What kind of sign do we have?
We have it right here.
It's a contract.
It's a contract.
Yep. So
A contract for what?
Payton Burgess and Innovative Designs, our show sponsor, have got it finally approved by the KHSAA to have for an NIL deal for the 3P brand apparel.
All right.
hey,
That's awesome.
Peyton, I get one for free, right?
What?
I get a shirt for free.
No.
2X.
No. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see.
Oh, we're gonna sign it right now.
Sign it
Make
right
it
on there,
official.
baby.
Where?
And the shirts are here.
Where?
On the very last page, where it says
I'm really bad at this.
Peyton, as your agent, I wouldn't advise you to sign that until you read it.
I trust them. Maybe I shouldn't, but
That's a really cool looking logo there.
Yep.
what's?
I don't know, the 27th? Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Daron, you know, you've got all the colors. That's an off-air comment. I won't say it right now. I don't want speculation to take over.
Guys, get a cute shirt. I wouldn't sell them if they weren't cute. I promise.
And just like that, it's done.
It's done. Woo! Congratulations.
Thank you.
You worked hard. You deserve that. So.
Not as hard as somebody going to Yale, but I mean, you worked hard, I guess.
Hey, he was my tool.
Well, I don't have my own T-shirt,
I don't
so
think you really had to work very hard for that. I mean, he didn't even expect to get accepted in the
Yeah.
So,
If I ever got asked, what was one thing that Carter really brought to Menifee, I would say Roblox. Roblox. Me and Carter sit in class every single day.
You're making me sound
for
unproductive.
hours,
So
for hours, and play Roblox every day. Every day.
I'm sure that's something he put on his Yale application.
What you're saying
Yeah.
is his sport should have been esports.
We probably shouldn't let that.
Can we mute that?
Yeah. Do we have to?
Superintendent might be watching.
Oh no!
School's
it's
out.
when Carter's off work. So.
Yeah, school's out. It don't matter now.
And he's so smart that he doesn't really have to study for his
Wesley,
college.
the kid played Roadblocks all day and graduated with like a 7-point-something GPA.
yeah, so yeah, that's the thing. So the message is ignore your classes, just play Roblox all day, and you'll be great.
You go to Yale.
Yeah,
Only I would. I mean, I would do that, but
The views
I'm
and
not
opinions
smart.
of
I'm
others
as
are
smart
not
as Carter
of.
is, so it worked for him. It wouldn't work for me.
So now that he said that stupid high number, really, what is your GPA?
Weighted, I think it's like a 4.41, but that's not including this last semester's classes, so I don't know.
Which is all A's.
See, Adam, I wasn't that far.
I mean, I didn't even know they went past 4.0.
5.0.
Okay, well, we gave Innovative Designs and 3P a little bit of love, but let's give some more love there. When we come back, we're going to have Aiden, Manley, and Aubrey Golden with us. Thanks again for sitting in with us.
Newly
The team
signed
at Community
NIL
Trust Bank
agent.
believes in making financial dreams
I
come
mean,
true.
she's gonna pay for
Just
it.
like a fairy godmother, they work tirelessly to ensure their clients have the security and support they need, while also helping them create a magical future. With a touch of personalized service and a sprinkle of expertise, they guide their clients towards their goals, whether big or small. At Community Trust Bank, they are not just about managing money, they are about nurturing dreams and building a prosperous future for all who walk through the door. Join their family and let them make your financial wishes come true. They are your friend in banking. Member FDIC. You're listening to the From Corner to Corner podcast, brought to you by CRC Roofing and Renovations. CRC sprung into life in the year 2000 thanks to Rusty Cerniglia's bold leap into entrepreneurship. Juggling a full-time job with his small gutter venture, he watched it blossom into CRC Renovations. Fast forward to today, CRC boasts a dream team ready to dazzle both homeowners and businesses alike with their top-notch services. Special thanks to Brent Wehunt, Kentucky Farm Bureau in Frenchburg, the sponsor of our Athlete of the Month program in Menifee County. Feeling jittery about diving into the world of property? Fret not. Let Kentucky Realty Group help. Whether you're gearing up to buy, sell, or just need some guidance, let their expert team help sprinkle in some magic on your experience. From cozy condos to grand mansions, they've got your back. Seeking a fixer-upper, a slice of luxury, maybe a peaceful rural retreat, they've got the keys to all those kingdoms. Dive into their treasure trove of listings and let the property adventure begin.
Hey everybody, and we are back, joined with Aiden Manley and Aubrey Golden. Aiden,
How dare you? You weren't even going to clap for him. Unbelievable.
I clap.
It was kind of a weak clap.
It was.
Thank you, Coach. Thank you, Coach.
Golly, throwing darts. Lively bunch here at Menifee County, that's for sure. What I was going to say is Aiden also a multi-sport. I know you do the basketball. Is there anything else?
Just basketball and track. That's it for me. I'm not doing cross country like these other people in here. I'm not built for that.
He does ag though. He does a lot with ag.
Okay. And then Aubrey's multi-sport. She plays softball and track.
And soccer.
And soccer. That's right. I forgot about soccer.
Yeah.
We were there to kick off the soccer field last year.
So she had three. What she's saying, she had 3 chances to come see us this year, and this is the first time she's
I know.
made it.
I know. I used to think you was a friend of the show. So you're going to be in 3 different events at state. What are you competing in?
That's right. Long jump, which I placed first in at the region. Triple jump, which I got third in, but still qualified. And then our 4x2 team that we put together. We have 2 throwers on that team, me and then Skylar Guest, who's a freshman, and we ended up getting second at region, and now we get to go on to state with it. So
4x2.
yep, 4x200.
Okay. And throwing too.
So. On our 4x2 team, we actually have 2 throwers. You
Gotcha.
don't typically see a relay team that has throwers on it make it to state, but
Yeah.
we have some pretty fast shot put throwers, discus throwers on our team that are on that relay team that are going up there with us.
And shot put, that's the one that's coached by the male.
That would be
The male.
Right.
that would be Thomas Wolford. He's our throwing coach.
That's funny. And then you're doing
Shot put,
right?
yep.
And you won that at Regions and set a school record. Is that right?
Yeah, I didn't set the school record at Regions, but
Okay.
yeah, I still
But
hold
you
it.
did set it this year.
Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome.
What is it? What's the record?
I go by 32-11.
What does the book go by?
Well, I had a little area where I threw it, right, and I threw it really far, but then it was just a whole malfunction, so I don't know if I should count it or not. But it was like a 35. But I don't want to count it and then be lying.
I'm counting it.
Okay.
35 it is.
Yeah, absolutely. So how did you get into shot put? What made you want to do that?
Morgan Wills. We played basketball together 8th grade year, and so I ended up doing track, and I was throwing. And so we started throwing together, and I just stuck with it. I went to state 8th grade year, and then I didn't go freshman year, and then I went last year, and then I'm going again this year. So I like shot put. I hate discus, but I did it at regionals and ended up placing top 7. I don't know how. Just kind of trucked it and
On the discus?
hoped for the best. Yeah. Haven't
So
thrown
you
discus.
have that Carter effect when it.
I
comes
hadn't.
to-
Yeah, I got really lucky. I hadn't thrown discus all year this year.
She actually told me she wasn't going to do it at region.
Yeah,
But I
and-
stuck her in it. I was like, I'm putting you in there.
Okay, so how much difference is there? I mean, obviously 2 different. You've got
Yeah.
your shot put ball, you got the discus. Do you now on shot put? Do you just
You
take
have
a
to-
couple steps and rear back? I know. Once you get more advanced, they're doing the whole turn thing and everything like
I'm not a
discus.
spinner.
Okay, you're not a
I
spinner.
don't spin in any of them. And shot put, I just kind of stand. I do a little shuffle backwards, and then I turn around and throw it. And then for discus, I stand right at the front, and I just link my arm and hope for the disc go really far.
But I mean, so you're throwing. How heavy is a shot put ball?
8 pounds for a girl.
So you're throwing an 8-pound ball. That's the weight of your brain, by the way. Didn't know if anybody knew that.
Other
So
than Carter's, his is 12.2.
that's pretty good. So 8-pound ball, and you're throwing it 32 to 35 feet.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that I could do that.
You'd probably throw out a hip at your age.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. And you're just doing it. You're not a spinner. I mean, you're just doing it as a just take a step and just power it out there.
Yeah.
Do some do the spinning?
Yeah, some people do. I don't even wear I thought about getting the little shoes that people wear that they spin in, but I didn't. I just wear my tennis shoes.
When she has shoes, sometimes she doesn't wear shoes.
I purposely do not wear tennis shoes to track practice, so I do not have to run.
So that's still a thing. I remember you saying that last year. I remember that from last year.
Yeah.
She still doesn't. She's never done a warm-up lap her entire life.
I didn't do it at all this year, and look where it got me. I did really good this year.
So what they've done, just this show, they've taught all the middle schoolers, you puke on the first lap or you don't wear tennis shoes.
Your job just got a whole lot harder after
I was,
tonight. You know that?
yeah, it did. I should.
Lord's like, never do this show again.
I should probably coached you guys before we got here and told you what not to
It's
say.
either that or do some events where you just get to play in the sand, like
Yeah.
like jumping, like I get to do.
Yeah, like Aiden, he loves to be in the sand.
So the one thing that we have learned with Menifee County over the year and a half that we've been having them on is they are all brutally honest no matter what sport they're in. And I love that.
Very true.
I really do. I love that.
So okay, so obviously, when you're throwing a discus, though, I mean, are you just like you said? You're just trying to just. Have you had anybody take one out there and just
What's a
throw
discus?
it like a frisbee?
What's
Okay,
a discus?
so a discus is like a frisbee. It's like it kind of looks like a UFO.
Because every time he's saying discus, in my head, I'm thinking the skeet. Pull!
No, it's 1 kilogram. I'm pretty sure. Is that what it is?
Did you bring it? You don't have it with you, probably do. You?
1 kilogram?
Yeah, it's
Speak
one-
American.
Please.
I mean, that's a Canadian measurement. What's it in American?
You can look it up. I don't know.
Carter.
Carter, what's 1 kilogram in pounds? Oh, wow.
I don't know. Is it?
What is 1 kilogram in pounds? Come on, Google.
So it's less than a pound?
2.2 pounds.
Oh, it's 2.2 pounds.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll say
But-
it's definitely more than a pound.
But you just
Thank you, Google.
put your hand on top of it and you put your fingers around it and then you try to let go of it flat. The day before region, I went to practice, okay? And I went to throw the discus and every time I was letting go of it like this and it would go and right in the ground. And so I got really lucky at regions and it went flat.
It kind of looks like the bottom of this, actually.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
does.
And somehow she managed to finish 7th in the regionals by doing that.
And she didn't hit anybody, so that was good.
So is there an area, is there out of bounds?
Oh, yeah. So there's lines you have to go by and then there's a net around the discus area. And was it Sean? One of the first practices,
Yeah.
he threw discus and ditched our brand new net. Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
He also scratched the boys' shot, but we're not going to talk about it. It's fine.
It's fine.
Search the what?
The boys' shot,
Yeah, we got new ones this year.
brand new.
And he threw it in the gravel, scratched it up. I would never do that. I took care of my pretty green.
Really, as a runner, you have to watch out for the throwers
Yeah.
not hitting you in the head as you're just minding your business. Yeah.
Yeah.
So are you
It's like subway surfers sometimes.
are you doing events on the track while they're in the field throwing?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, that could get crazy.
That sounds like a. Does that happen during events too, or
Yeah.
just during practice?
No, and during a meet it.
Oh, we 100% need to put this on
It's normally
on,
like
you,
a
on
100
Facebook.
meter, right? The 100 meter while discus is going on, isn't it?
Yeah.
So like where our field, our discus thing is right by the starting line for, the 100 meter. They shoot, we throw. Watch out.
Scary times.
We put cones up all around it, like
It's a
across
scary
it. You look
time.
a hit. So,
Now you said you take care of your shot put.
it's how we
ball.
train our kids
Mine's
to
a
run
pretty
fast.
green one.
That's pretty what?
I have a pretty green one.
And do you have a name for it?
No, I haven't named it yet.
Well,
She
I
did
mean-
just get it though.
Yeah.
It's brand new.
I threw it. My first time throwing it was regionals.
Okay.
So
And you were a champ, so.
it's a lucky green ball. Green's my color.
So what time are these events? You said Thursday, right?
Thursday, yeah. So the gates open at 8. I think you throw at 10:30.
Yep.
Payton starts jumping at 9. You start jumping at 9. The running events start like at 10.
I mean, it
it's
is a just a.
Yeah. The
Yeah.
last event's at 1:55.
So
And then-
now, next question: how do we follow it? Like, is there a site where we can go and
On
watch
Mile
results?
Split, have you ever looked at Mile Split?
Never. because we can't find track and field stuff ever. So I'm glad you said that.
So it's on Mile Split, and they have live results for events. And you can actually follow individual athletes that way. You can follow a team. You can follow our whole team if you want.
Is that an app or a website?
It's a website. I don't
Send
know
that
if
to us so we can.
I will.
We'll put it out on the Facebook
Yeah,
page.
I will.
Okay.
And so you can follow that, and as soon as you do it, it immediately uploads
Okay,
the
good.
Where's state
results.
at?
It's at University of Kentucky.
Oh, okay, nice.
Or y'all can just show up.
Yeah, you could come, but you have to wear Menifee shirts.
Yep. And not a red and blue hat.
I mean,
I would rather go outside and crawl on my stomach in front of traffic for 10 miles.
Why?
I'm just kidding. Just kidding.
you do have a Menifee hat.
I do.
What?
I couldn't find it. I did look for it. I couldn't find it.
You should have just not worn one at all.
No,
You've seen this
No.
airline.
we
You've seen
can't do
this
that.
airline.
He's got to have a hat on.
Has to.
But you
All
guys
right.
could come, really, if you wanted.
Thursday.
Thursday.
8 in the morning. Gates open at 8.
Alicia Poole says Mile Split is great,
Oh, I love
and
Alicia.
they also say, she also says, "What's up, Coach Parks and Obbs?"
Hi, I love you, Alicia.
Hello, we love you.
So she's a big time supporter of the Menifee County
yeah.
program.
Well, it started out with Kylie, and me and Kylie
And
played
here,
basketball
too. Her
together.
boys play football.
Yeah.
So my son used to play football with her boys.
I go to
So.
church with them, and then they knew Kylie because they worked with Kylie's mom. So it was a whole big circle.
It's just the whole circle.
Kylie Hall.
Callie Hall.
I miss my baby.
And I've known Alicia since 2004 when I think I hired her at Lowe's in Moorhead when I was assistant store manager.
I wasn't alive then. I wouldn't know.
Look, I know I'm old. I'm not hiding it.
I was still in high school.
I was also
You
in high school.
graduated before I was born, Loren.
Yeah, I remember when you were born, Aubrey.
All right, so we'll move to Aiden for a little bit. So you're doing 4x2 again, and you're doing long jump,
Yep.
and that's the only two.
Triple jump.
Triple jump. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. So what is the difference? You can see the difference. I am leading into that.
Okay.
Jumped 3 times.
No.
Everybody watches the Olympics. They watch long jump. You hit the line. Don't step over the line. You can step on the line,
Yep, that's right.
and then just jump. How much difference is there between that and triple jump? Because triple jump looks really hard.
A world of difference. It is nothing alike whatsoever. You have to, so you run and you jump like your initial first jump, like
Right.
you do, and long jump, but you're way further back, and you have to land on that same foot you jumped off of, and then your second jump is jumping to your next foot, and then your final jump is in the pit.
Okay, wait a minute.
It hurts.
So from the first line, you jump, and you have to land on your jumping foot.
Yep, you have to land on your jumping foot.
And then you have to jump from that line to the next line to your other foot.
So
And
Is
then
that what you
gotta-
just said?
And then you got to land in the pit.
Yes, but there's
No,
no
and then you
lines.
jump
there's
off
no
the third
pit.
line.
Yes, there's
Yeah.
no lines.
There's
The
no
only
lines.
lines
It's
just
just-
when you take off. Yeah.
yeah, just the takeoff
Oh,
line.
I thought there was another line that you have
No.
to. Okay, so once you hit the first line, you have to just make sure that you land on your jumping foot,
Jumping foot.
then your other foot, then jump into the pit.
Yep.
Think of a gazelle out in the wild, just hopping over the tall grass.
I mean,
How awkward is that on that first jump to land on that same foot?
It is. It's one of the hardest things to figure out when you initially start triple jump. I remember my first practice back this year because I didn't practice it in the winter because basketball season. I tried it and I curled my ankle so bad I had to call it quits for like the rest of the week on triple jump. It's
That makes sense why they look so awkward when they do that.
right?
I bet Carter didn't even attempt that, did he?
That's a really good question.
It does. It does. It does. It looks painful too. I mean, like,
it can be. It really
and
can be.
it's just like, how did they come up with that? You know, like the long jump, you kind of get that, but all of a sudden, it's like, I think you should have to jump 3 times in order to.
Look, I mean, we can sit here and pretend it's some Russian in a room that came up with. They just didn't want USA to win everything, so they was like, you got to do 3 jumps to win, and it's like, that's stupid. I'll just do long jump and win.
And then we still win the triple
Oh,
jump.
well, because we're America. That's what we do.
So, what is your favorite What is your favorite thing to do? Is it running, or is it the long jump, or
Is it playing basketball? And none of
is
the
it playing
above.
basketball?
I love basketball. I'd say there's a tie between basketball and long jump. I love long jump. I've done that since my freshman year. I didn't try a triple jump till I think I did it my sophomore year. I don't remember. I
It's
wasn't
like
very
a
good
lot
at it.
lot of talking him into it.
Yeah, it's good.
I can see why.
But I'd say triple jump and basketball are pretty tied, or not triple jump, long jump and basketball are pretty tied. Long jump simple. It's fun. I mean,
Aubrey, what about you? How long you been doing track?
Since 8th grade. So, 4 years.
Carry the one. Don't forget.
And you're a junior this year, right? So
Yeah.
You'll be going into senior year.
Yep.
Way to use your math skills, Sean.
Yeah, I'm on top of that. I'm almost as good as Carter.
Well,
But
Easy.
now we saw you at awards banquet night. You're going to UK. You got called up there for like 85 scholarships. So I mean, have you completely paid for that education yet?
it's almost paid for. I've got a little bit of work to do this summer applying for some more scholarships, but I've been really blessed in that aspect. And I've worked hard in the classroom, so I've been able to see it pay off. A lot of that has come from being involved in FFA and agriculture. That's something I'm passionate about. So I've applied for a lot of scholarships through that I've been able to get. And UK's blessed me with some as well.
So the last time you were here, were you president of the FFA for Menifee County?
Yes,
And
I was.
Are you still?
I actually just retired. We had our banquet, so
you're too young to retire.
we're a high school organization. Senior, I've got to move on. I was the president of the Licking River region as well, which is
That's right. I remember seeing that.
Retired from that, but I was selected to be a state officer candidate. So FFA has something called the state convention in June, where everybody in the state comes and competes, and I'll be going through an interview process to see if I can be elected as a state officer.
That's pretty cool.
So you can be a state officer outside of high school, but you've got to give up your Licking River office.
Yeah, that's right. Kentucky, some states do it where you can be a state officer like a senior in high school, but in Kentucky we do it where you have to be a freshman in college. You could also do it 2 years out, so you could be a sophomore in college and be a state officer as well. It's mainly because they just want someone who's like leading the state to have a full high school experience and have that maturity.
So I assume you're going to UK for some sort of agricultural degree?
Yep, I'm going for agricultural education and advocacy. So,
What can you do with that?
so
I love that question.
I mean,
I'm going to guess he wants to teach agriculture.
yes, that is one of my main goals is to teach agriculture, but you can also do extension, like through UK, be an extension officer.
Sure.
There's lots of companies that hire for people to educate, like, workers about agriculture. You can work in communication. There's a slew of different degrees. There's actually more people that don't go into teaching ag than do with that degree.
Aubrey, what
But
about
you
you?
really want to teach it?
I do. I would like to teach it. I've had a great experience with it, so it's something that I really love, and I'd like to go back and help a lot of kids out through that in high school and give them the same experiences that I've been blessed with through it.
Very cool.
Would you go back to Menifee and be the ag teacher at Menifee?
Well, if they...
Remember, this could be a potential future job interview right now, so answer wisely.
That's true, but I don't want to make my ag teacher mad right now. He might be listening, so I don't want to take his job.
Oh, that's 4 or 5 years down the road. By that time, they're like, yeah, I need to retire.
Yep.
Aiden?
Never know. Never know. Wherever the Lord leads me, though.
Aubrey, what about you? You've thought about the future. I know you still got a year left.
I'm thinking about pediatric occupational therapy. So, I really like working with children. So, and next year I'm gonna do teacher's aid and work at our BOTS early childhood. So, just to get the feel of working with children. So.
Do you have a school destination that you want to go to?
I was looking at Moorhead and I'm looking at EKU, but I'm also just trying to get a scholarship to throw a 36 in chocolate next year. So, we'll see. Wherever they look at me, I'll look at them. So.
I think if she brings her shoes next year, she's going to get it.
Well, let's not get carried away.
You
I'm
never
just gonna
know,
have
you
her
add
mom
the
bring a
shoes,
pair
it
and let
may
me
get
keep
worse.
them.
Right. Oh, just so happen I have a pair here.
You know what? If you throw on the shoes, it may take some off of it.
Yeah, I mean that's true too. We'll
Don't
have to see
don't
which
mess
way
up the
works
flow,
out.
Lauren.
Yeah, we'll have to see which way works out.
So kind of like what Payton said, with this whole new elementary, group coming into you probably enjoy that quite a bit.
Yeah, I love children. I mean, at church, I work in our nursery program and our preschool program. So Sundays during church, parents can have their, they can focus without having to worry about their kids, And so I'm back there, and I love babies. Like, I just love being able to sit with children. I mean,
she's sitting back there going, when you get to elementary school, you can throw a shot.
But yeah, and a babysit. And then we had our elementary meet at our field, and that was so much fun. There was a little girl named Nova. I think she was from Magoffin County. I don't think she's ever thrown a discus or a shot put, and I got to be able to work with kids throwing discus and shot put, and that was really fun.
So we learned two things tonight.
Yes.
Menifee openly broke the rules and went to an event after regional, and it
Got
sounds
the okay.
That was approved.
They got the okay.
That was approved.
And now it sounds like Aubrey is recruiting little girls from Magoffin County. I really hope Julian Tackett's not watching that. So, no, I don't. So, Lauren, I'm going to give you a chance to brag on these two,
Yeah.
just like you bragged on the last two. So, what's being around these two like?
Well, Aubrey is. I've been with both of them since I started. So, and of course, I've watched Aubrey grow up. I remember when her mom had her. Her mom was actually one of my coaches when I was in high school, so it's just a big circle. So being able to be around her has been awesome. She's good with the little ones. Like she said, our elementary meet, my high school athletes actually ran the meet. It was nice. I just kind of walked around. I actually got to eat concessions that night. It was really nice, and they just did it all. They did awesome at it. And just watching them grow, and watching them improve over the years, and watching their faces when they get that PR or they get that school record, and hopefully get some state records and region records coming up. And Aiden, I've been around him the same. He was 6th grade when he came to us. And so my husband's coached him for basketball for every year of his career at Menifee County. So I've got to be around him, and I work with his mom too. So it's been nice. And I told him for years, I said, I will dread your senior night because he's always been my jumper. And that's what I did whenever I was in school. So that's kind of something I love to do. So it's been a joy with them, and the sad part is seeing the season end and seeing them all leave and starting back over, and I'm hoping they'll come back and help me and not forget about Menifee County and come back and help these kids, because the little ones, it's been amazing with them. They look up to these kids so much, and they all, like I said, they ran in the events. You ran long and triple, didn't you?
Yeah.
So, it's just been great to be able to work with them and see how much they've improved. I seen Aiden last year at our O track. We had a long jump pit that we actually, my husband would have to bring our garden tiller and till it up every year and hope that there's a little bit of sand in there. And he would always jump out, and he would be bleeding because the pit wasn't long enough.
Gosh.
And we would have to back him up, and there was not much runway left for him to go on. And so he would always be, you actually have a scar, don't you?
I do. I have a huge scar on my knee right here.
Yeah.
People have asked me if I've got surgery before.
It's pretty bad.
Yep, I just jumped really well.
So it's nice to see these kids that's worked hard on our track that really wasn't very good, and seeing the work they put in now, watching them be blessed with the facility they have now, and they took full advantage of it, and it's been awesome. It's been a great year.
So you offer, at the track, you offer everything, even pole vaulting?
Yeah, we started pole vault.
Nice.
Yeah, so it's really cool. We never got to do that before. Carter tried it.
I did really well.
It was understood. You didn't have to say anything. I knew you done great.
He almost got the school record. We've never had it before. So.
Well, I think you should just claim it. Be like,
Wait,
yes, I've got the school record. What is it?
He almost
I've got the school record.
They had no school record, and he
almost got it. He almost got it.
Well,
Gosh.
apparently we did have pole vault years ago, because there was a guy that does have our school record. I'm sorry, Carter, it's not you, but you were close. If you would have been able to practice last year, I feel like you probably could have got there.
So Caleb and Skylar are going. Also going to state.
Yes, so Caleb is going in that relay. He's one of our throwers that Aiden was talking about.
Okay.
He's the senior.
All right.
Skylar is a freshman. He's going in all 4 events.
Okay.
So
And so
it'll be
that's
amazing.
and who else is going?
Colton Rudd.
Okay. What's he going in?
He's going in the relay with Aiden. He's one of our throwers
Okay.
as well.
He's a senior too, right?
He's a senior. And I also have a 7th grader going,
That's awesome.
Carson Holler, and I have an 8th grader
Carson
going.
what?
Carson Holler.
H.O.?
You're speaking about
H-O-
Holler.
That's
A-R.
Holler.
It's A-R.
Then that's Holler.
And then we have 8th grader Raylan Botts.
Okay.
And we have a freshman, Miley Stoll. She's going in long. We have...
Miley's still a soccer player, right?
Yep,
Yes.
she's a
Oh.
soccer player. Yep. We have
Extraordinary,
a
right?
sophomore going, Brady Cole. He's going in a relay. Is that all of them? Is that 10?
Yes.
Okay, good. Because I was like, I do not want to leave somebody out.
All right, so cliffhanger question before we take our last commercial. You think about this and we'll answer when we come back. What's our chances on Thursday? We'll be right back.
That's actually 11.
You're listening to the From Corner to Corner podcast, brought to you by Tutu's Sweet Treats, where you can treat yourself to our divine lineup of desserts that will dance on your taste buds. Whether you fancy gooey chocolate brownies or our deliciously moist cakes, we've got a treat for every sweet tooth out there. Give yourself a sweet escape and take a bite of pure bliss. It's time to surrender to your cravings, grab a fork, and dig into our homemade goodies for a dose of sugary happiness.
I still can't believe she's gone. I don't know how we're going to plan all of this.
I know. I felt the same way when your granddad passed. The Kaufman Funeral Home really helped us get through it.
Were they compassionate?
More than that, they took care of us. They made us feel like family. They handled the entire situation from beginning to end.
At Kaufman Funeral Home and Crematorium in Mount Sterling, Kentucky, we're honored to walk beside your family with dignity and compassion every step of the way.
That's exactly what we need right now.
Kaufman Funeral Home, where we believe every life is a beautiful story that deserves to be honored with love, dignity, and heartfelt celebration.
Got a dent or scratch, no need to despair. Jacob's Auto Body, we're beyond compare. Custom paint, so sleek, insurance on our side. 70 years of trust, we're your hometown pride. Jacob's Auto Body will make it like new. 859-274-7425 is the clue. Jacob's Auto Body, run the show.
Well,
What are you, 32? Hit a plateau.
That's okay.
All right.
I have to work.
We are back.
Hey, we're back.
We're back.
It's going to be exciting on Thursday. We're eating canes afterwards, just so you know.
Just please don't eat before. Just none of these
that would be
athletes
bad.
eat
Janie's
before.
buying. So right before we went to commercial break, I asked you what's our chances on Thursday? Do we win any state titles on Thursday?
We could. We could. Payton could win some. I think they all. The top 8 get medals, and so you get to stand up there and get your medal at top 8. So that's always our goal, is to get top 8. All of our rankings are really good, actually. On all of those events, I think we were ranked pretty high up there, top 8, and especially the throwing and jumping events. So I have really, really high hopes, and hopefully it works out. We just need a few people to be off their game a little, and then we're going to sneak right in.
That'll be awesome. That'll be awesome, for sure, on that part of it. Well, I mean, when no school's out, thank you all for coming in. We got a little bit of business to handle here real quick, and then we'll wrap up. But it's been fun having you guys in, for sure. Good luck. We'll be following along on Thursday, and everybody, we'll let you know what time Canes is. Okay, so last week we did not have our
Nominees and voting.
because
Somebody dropped the ball.
Excuse me?
So we're just naming people.
No, we're not.
No.
It's right there.
Oh,
read the notes, Wes.
Last week we celebrated our scholarship.
4
kids,
Scully
remember?
winners.
We did.
Yeah. So that's why we didn't have that. But we're back
They
on
were
track.
the athletes of the week because we gave them big.
I totally misunderstood that
they
text
were
then.
Yeah, they were athletes of the week because we gave them big fat $500 checks.
The checks were awesome, by the way. Again.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Innovative Design, for that phenomenal
You're welcome.
job right there. But this week, our nominees from Montgomery County softball, Riley Martin, she went 4 for 6, 2 RBIs, a game go-ahead home run in the championship game, and a total of 15 strikeouts in the district tournament. Clark County softball, Xenia Tincher.
Zanaya Tinchner.
Yep, that's what I said. 5 for 8, 4 RBIs, 2 stolen bases.
Only an 8th grader.
Only an 8th grader, yeah. She was very impressive in the district tournament, that's for
If
sure.
she doesn't stop growing as an 8th grader, she's going to be about 9 feet tall.
She's going to be tall.
She has got to be the tallest
on the
shortstop
basketball
I've
team.
ever seen.
From Menifee County, baseball, Jacob Childers, 1 for 1.
Childers,
same thing. 1 for 1 in the game versus Round County.
See if you can get this one right.
And then Bath County, Avery Baber, softball,
Baber.
7 innings,
No.
14 strikeouts. That is not Baber.
It is. It's Baber.
No, it's not. I give him kudos on that.
So
I'm surprised he didn't say Babber just to keep the streak.
Right.
And then
So look for that poll to go up tomorrow.
Tomorrow at 8 a.m.
Yep.
No. Yes.
It's not made yet. I'll make it here in a little bit.
That's
So
not a problem.
And then next week's guest,
We're going to the mountains.
we're going to the mountains. Brent Perry from Belfry will be here talking about his first year as head coach of Belfry boys basketball.
Belfry Pirates.
Belfry Pirates, yeah.
Pond Creek Nation will be here.
Pond Creek. I hope he brings. Hey, Brent. That's what I said.
Yeah.
It's rubbing off on us.
Please bring us a T-shirt that says Pond Creek Nation.
He has messaged me and said, I still need to get you some Belfry gear. And I have reminded him, yes, he
Pond
does.
Creek Nation is a fantastic T-shirt.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. All right, call to action this week, Wes. What is it?
The call to action is, and I should have had Daron do this, and I totally forgot.
Shoot, I just remembered.
We have Facebook followers, yes, but we have a Twitter account, and we have
That's what I said earlier.
and we have a YouTube account. Please find us on X and Twitter and YouTube, and go like and follow our pages. We're trying to get our followers up on both of those platforms. Don't forget about Facebook. That's always good. But we're trying to get our Facebook people to like our X, Twitter, and YouTube pages. So go out there, find it, and like and follow us, please. And, hey, if you like us on Facebook, go give us a 5-star rating. Please.
Absolutely. Those help.
Those help tremendously.
That helps people find us.
That's right.
So reviews, believe it or not, people don't understand how important reviews are for anything. That's what drives people to the top of the list. So
Just
all
remember,
right.
5-star rating.
Yeah. And there's no reason to give us anything less.
No.
Because we're awesome.
Well,
don't be a doubter. 5-star rating.
4 guests, 1 show. Yeet! And with that, we'll see you guys next week.
Go buy your 3P gear.
As we wrap up today's episode, we want to take a moment to express our deepest gratitude to the sponsors who make this show possible. Your support means more than words can truly say. You've helped us grow, stay consistent, and continue sharing stories that matter to our community. A huge thank you to Community Trust Bank for being a cornerstone of local support and believing in our mission from the start. Innovative Designs for bringing creativity and color to our world. Your designs speak volumes. CRC Roofing and Renovations for building stronger homes and stronger communities with every project you complete. Kentucky Realty Group for helping families find more than just houses. You help them find home. Jacob's Auto Body for keeping our rides smooth and our vehicles looking sharp. Your attention to detail doesn't go unnoticed. Simply Secure for keeping what matters most safe and secure. Peace of mind is priceless, and you deliver it every day. Brent We Hunt with Kentucky Farm Bureau in Frenchburg for being more than just an agent, for being a trusted neighbor and advocate for your clients. Jacob's Vision Center for helping us see more clearly, not just through our lenses, but through your dedication to care. Kaufman's Funeral Home and Mortuary for handling life's most difficult moments with grace, compassion, and dignity. Your service is a comfort to so many. To each and every one of you, thank you for believing in us. This podcast thrives because of your generosity and your commitment to community. We're proud to have you as part of the family. Until next time, take care, stay connected, and as always, thank you for listening.
The Moco Four Horsemen would like to thank you for listening to From Corner to Corner. Be sure to go out and follow us on Twitter, on TikTok, on Facebook, Instagram, and even YouTube. Whatever podcast platform that you listen to us on, be sure to go out and give us a 5-star review. Thanks as always, and we look forward to seeing you next week.